Hello there, Chris here from Prusen Studios. We're going to be working with the Boss Tippmann today. Going to be stitching together a few of my new pot holders. And these are made for cast iron pots primarily. I've got both a round and a square type design. This is the square type design. And as you can see on this frying pan here, this is the round type design. They're made for this cast iron cookware, basically to keep the handle, when it's over the fire, cool. Slides right over the top right there. Measures out, gives you a nice, cool, firm grip. So, we're going to be looking at stitching some of these things on the Boss Tippmann. And I know there's not a lot of information out there on the Boss Tippmann. It is a fairly expensive machine. Better than $1,000 to buy one, but they're good machines in the fact that they have a real good construction to them. They put a positive stitch into the leather, which always works really well. So we have an unstitched one right here. In here you have a bobbin thread and a needle thread, so there's two threads that hang out right there. I'm going to raise up the foot, try to get it where it's exactly close enough to the edge where I can start my stitching, and I'm going to throw that first stitch in there. Okay, now at the same time I'm pulling pressure on both these threads because that's what's going to help to tie that knot. 3 and about 4 stitches in, you want to hit the release handle. Once it's up, hit the release handle, bring it back a little bit, about 2 or 3 stitches, and run another row right on top of that one. That helps to lock it in place. You want to follow your stitch line. When it comes to turning a corner, leave the needle down and turn it. For most of what I've seen, that upward sway is the most important part. That's pushing back. Now what we're going to do is bring out a little bit of our bobbin thread and hold it with the foot. Bring this other thread out, the main needle thread, about 2 or 3 inches, where it gives you a little bit of playroom, just like this, and cut. And what I'll usually do is either run a rivet on top of that to hold it in place, or to sit there and tighten it down. But that's basically the thread pattern that you get with it. Really good tight little thread pattern front and back. And what we'll do is take some scissors and clean up the stitching a little bit. But as you can see, you can move pretty good with this machine. And what I'll usually do is take the primary needle thread and push it back there with the bobbin thread so that they're together. Bring my next sheath up there. Grab a hold of the threads. And I am pulling a little bit of pressure on those threads. Like I said, run about 3 or 4 stitches. Bring it back a couple of stitches. Continue running it straight across. Works on both thick and thin type leathers. Chrome or Vegetan, either one. If you want a good tight stitch, be sure and get that good pattern in there. That thump, thump, thump. Give yourself a little bit of playroom. Bring out the bobbin thread a little bit. Hold it with the foot. Bring out the needle thread just a little bit. Bring it back. And there you have it. Sewing with the Boss Tippmann. Thank you for joining, and have a great evening.